The countdown's official. Here we go. Boom, bam. We're live, boys. Sound is great from what I can tell. Everything's great. So let's get rolling here. Welcome everybody to part 2 of episode 5 of Duty Doers. 4 weeks back here, 5 of the doers that you see in front of you voted and selected on the duties that were done today. I say 5 because one of the doers, Daniel, was only brought into it this morning because unfortunately Chris, who was originally supposed to be here, is dead to me forever. So no, Chris is sick. Daniel graciously took over his spot and will be judging the presenting the duties that he originally had. Somehow he still managed to send me all 3 of his duties before anyone else here, even though he had 3 weeks and 6 days less than everybody else. But either way, we're here to watch and vote on all the duties. And what you see on the screen here are the 3 contenders, the judge, and the duty that were selected. We're going to go down this list one duty at a time to determine who performed their duty the best. If you're in the audience, you can vote as well. We'll show you how to in a couple of minutes. Just have your phones ready, and that goes for everybody that's in this group as well. So starting from the top, we will watch and present all 3 duties. Once we've viewed all 3, the voting will open while the doers, contenders, and the judge can discuss. After a really brief discussion, we'll lock the voting. We'll go to the judge to give their final ranking, record those results, and then we'll show the audience responses and record those results as well. Once all results are recorded, we'll continue down the list until we've gone through all of them, where our winners will be declared. Scoring. So this will calculate based on the voting results recorded. First place gets 3 points, second gets 2, third gets 1. We'll have an overall winner, a judge favorite, and an audience favorite as well. We're playing for mostly advantages for next time. We'll cover the who wins what kind of towards the end. But then we're also the doer with the dutiest duties, aka last place, will have a disadvantage next time that they compete as well. Ties will be broken by judges. If there's still a tie, it'll be broken by popularity. Thomas had the most popular duty since today's doers chose his first, while Josh had the least popular since his filled up last. Goes from left to right, from least popular to most popular, from what you see on this screen. So, as I mentioned before, to vote, grab your phone, go to the link that's on the screen. It should be that pollev.com/properchair072. You'll see it on the banner. No app, no info is needed at all. Let me activate it right now, and I'll full screen this too. But either way, for any of the contenders, you must only vote if you're not involved in the duty whatsoever. If your name's on the row, basically don't vote. And then for the audience, you'll just be ranking each contender with your favorite at the top and your least favorite at the bottom. So let's do an example. Starting with, what platform should Duty Doers expand to? Twitch, MySpace, or OnlyFans?
I'd like an all of the above option, please.
Hang tight here. We got 9 results in. We'll give it another few seconds or so. This is just a practice round, but also informational for all of us because it gives us some direction on what to do next.
I mean, 10 results is more than the 6 of us that are participating, so that's something.
Yeah, I agree. That is something.
It's true. I got my aunt, my uncle, both my sisters. Tori's over there. She got 3 phones in front of her.
I was gonna say,
it should be like 20.
What actually means I got screen 1 with that, a screen 2. All right, let's lock the responses and show them. OnlyFans first. That's a little concerning because I know my mom's watching, and I know my sister's watching as well. So let's hope they're not the ones that wanted those. But we know where to go next.
I don't even know what that is. Never heard of it.
I'll show you.
Yeah, let's share it on the screen.
Josh, can you send him yours?
Got it.
Is it like a porn site?
Sure.
Like I said, we'll show you after. All right. So that's how it works. Basically, let me make sure we got everything here. Yeah. So that's how you vote. We do have one last thing before we actually go into the duties themselves. You'll see there is an award here that says Duty Wardrobe. So this was because he had the duties last time. Flapjack has to incorporate a clothing item of it was John's. Oh no, this was not because of duties. This was something that John did specifically. John won, and so he got to give a clothing item for Flapjack to incorporate into all of his duties. So look for this clothing item in every single duty of his.
It's there.
It's there. All right. So with all that said, let's start watching the duties. We'll kick it off with Josh's duty, which was to reenact the most embarrassing moment in your life. Daniel will be kicking us off. Let's go on mute and watch him.
Oh, hey, Daniel. Hey. How are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. How about you? I got a car video to make anyway.
Nice. All right. The sound was coming through for everybody, right? I know I had it on my side, but I'm pretty sure it was coming through. So.
Yep. I'd turn it up, but it's good.
All right. This is Thomas is next.
Thomas, this is your fire captain. I need you to go to that unmanned station and pick up a fire truck.
Yes, sir. I'll get right on it, boss. Obviously, as everything's closed as I walk around this vehicle. God, what's that in the rearview mirror? Oh my God! Ah! What is happening right now? Hey, Captain.
Yep. What's going on?
I ripped a door off the fire engine. No, not a joke. You know that right forward door that's kind of sticky? Doesn't close all that well? Yeah, I ripped that one off.
Love it.
That was great.
I don't know if you could see the text on the cardboard box. That was obviously a fire truck door.
Yes.
Yeah, you could see.
The
You could see it.
parentheses, obviously. That really painted the picture. So
Yeah.
that's good.
All right. I know there's a little volume discrepancy, so sorry for. I'll try to square it up, but I'm going to keep it playing. Just you might have to put the volume up and down. But either way, we'll go to John's last.
This is a story about a crush I had back in high school. I was a fairly shy and quiet person, not a popular kid, but still known among my peers. I'm someone who's not really keen on being in the spotlight, so this thing I did for my crush was quite embarrassing then to think about. I was part of the high school band and jazz band. A few times a year, the band holds concerts of the pieces we've been practicing to perform in front of our friends and family. One of the pieces the jazz band was planning on playing was a ballad, and it was called Blue. It was for solo trumpet. Because it was coming close to Valentine's Day, the other members of the band, along with my band teacher, kind of pushed me to decide to play the song for someone. I eventually caved and said I would play for my crush. So, going to concert night, the other members of the band devised a plan to ensure my crush, who was also in the band, would be in the front row in the auditorium when the jazz band would be up ready to play. The jazz band is now up, and we have now played our first song. We announce our second song, which is the ballad, and I make my way to the front of the stage with flowers in hand. I hand them over to my crush, whom I see sitting in the front row, and walk back, taking my position again. I nod to the band teacher, and then we play. So I'll say again, I am someone who doesn't like the spotlight. Yet basically, at that moment, I told everyone in the auditorium, who wouldn't have known otherwise, this is a person that I like. There isn't much else that I remember about the moment, because I was just thinking about how embarrassing the thing I just did.
I mean,
I w-
story of
I was
tragedy.
the person that you liked, by the way, just so y'all know.
Did it work?
No.
The volume was just super quiet.
No, I just mean, did your gesture work? Like, did you get a number or anything?
Oh, that thing? It worked. Didn't last long, but it worked.
Okay.
I mean, like, putting someone in front of something like that and then them saying no would be heartbreaking.
All right, so I got the poll activated.
Wait, so if we performed, we can't vote, or we can vote on this one?
If you were in it or you're the judge, you may not vote at all.
Got it.
Okay. So
All right.
one thing for discussion I wanted to bring up was, John, I see the word reenact in here, which I don't know if that was reenacting, more telling a story.
I think it was. He was reenacting it through the use of pictures. That was yeah, I absolutely.
Is that a reenactment?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would think act has to be in it.
No. I mean, Josh,
You
you're
got
the judge. What's your thoughts on it? I thought it was perfectly fair reenactment.
Yes, I would say, in terms of like preference, definitely like visual representation, like of you acting it out, I like would be preferred. But as far as like a breaking rule of that particular rule or of that particular word, I thought it was reenacted.
Well, the call is yours, Josh. Walk us through your thoughts.
Yeah, so I'll say I laughed hardest at Daniel's. I liked the heartfelt like sentiment of John's for sure. Now I think Daniel's is it's something that we all go through. Like but that's just like a common one. When I think of most embarrassing, I think of the story that Thomas told, which is just like this specific thing that happened to me that is always on my mind throughout my entire life. And I think for that reason, I'm ultimately like leaning towards Thomas, but I want to hear group thoughts or let people, fight for
It's
themselves.
like, have you guys ever like asked the waiter how their food was, after they ask you?
For sure.
Yeah. So I will clarify one thing on mine. It actually was with a girl, and I did kind of have a crush on her that this happened to.
Oh, now you're trying to steal from John's?
Yeah.
No, that legit happened.
New idea.
The sentimental's mine.
Although to be fair, she was one of the many girls I had a crush on at the time. So
Sounds like maybe something you could have included in the video. I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah,
There we go.
I
Just trying to call it
didn't
anything.
If only had 3
I
more weeks and 6 days.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, it's to you, man. I'm gonna lock the poll. Everybody's in. What's your call?
I'm going with Thomas for sure. Like it hit the nail on the head. Maybe the fire door could have been constructed a little bit more clearly, but he had the writing on there, so we got there. That was good. Good job,
We
Thomas.
don't have the budget for a real fire truck yet, but we'll
fair.
get there. Yeah. All right, who's your second?
Ooh, my second. I didn't realize I had. I guess it makes sense. That's
Been a
part of
couple
the
months, huh? Yeah.
part of. Yeah, it has been. I'm sorry. The acting thing was. Oh man, I honestly like this is actually pretty close. I'm gonna say John.
Thomas John Daniel.
Because yeah.
All right.
Sorry, Daniel.
Let's see what the audience thought. Thomas Daniel John. All right. Okay.
It's fair.
Okay.
I don't think anybody's mad at that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I shared the same opinion. Thomas, I thought yours was like a very good, like truly most embarrassing story of all time. Like that was.
I'll tell you, I was pretty close to not being comfortable doing it on the internet, but here we are, out there now.
That's fun.
All right.
No one knows where. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I agree with the audience.
All right, solid entries across. Let's move on from the most embarrassing moment, and we'll move on to John's duty, which was to create your own DIY. We will start with Flapjack, go to Josh, and then me next. Let's do it.
Hey everybody, Nick here, and today I'm going to be taking you through a little DIY project that I came up with. And when I think about that, I kind of think about life hack stuff. I find that interesting. So I have a really cool one here that solves 2 problems at once. So the first problem, I don't know about all of you guys, but I'm definitely in the club where I've dropped my wallet in the toilet. Don't ask me how it happened, but it happened one time. And I know that that's a big problem for other people. Maybe you dropped your keys or your phone. The other thing that we're going to solve is what to do with like old t-shirts or garments of clothing, things like that. So what I have is this. Not exactly sure what it is, but it's got a hole in it and we're going to use it. So let's get to work. All right, the first thing we got to do is we got to get this thing kind of opened up, because right now it's like in a cylinder type shape. So we're gonna get this thing kind of cracked open. All right, so we got this thing kind of opened up so that we have a more surface area to work with. And then the next thing you're gonna need is something round. I think like a good example would be like a cookie cutter. What I have here is a little egg maker thing, but it's circle, so it's gonna work good. And the next thing we're gonna do, we need to glue the circle to the bottom of our garment here, preferably right in the middle. So I have some super glue here. We're gonna glue it right to the middle. All right guys, we're back. Definitely don't use super glue. Whatever you do, don't do that. That didn't work at all. So we're gonna try something different here, some different type of glue. We'll see how it goes. All right, so once your circle is glued in place, what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the fabric from inside the circle. And there we go. We have a circle through the fabric. All right, guys, we're here in the bathroom. The assembly is all complete. Can't wait for you to see the finished product. Let's take a look. So as you can see, it looks great, and honestly, it's a lot of fun. So happy pooping.
Well done.
I will say, obviously, I filmed that one last.
I was guessing.
Seems risky, you know.
Great incorporation.
I hope you're lying about that and that comes back full circle next time.
All right, DIY part 2. This is Josh.
Introducing the all-in-one. You've heard of shampoo and conditioner merged into one. I have everything for you now. What you want to start out with is a little container. And we'll start with our usual. We have a body wash. Oh yeah, that's good. Only need a little bit. There's only so much room. Now, of course, the crest, 3D white, very important to get in here. 3D white works in places that go beyond teeth. So now, moisturizing lotion, always really important to maintain moisture. Again, a little skin cleanser. Always good at keeping the skin clean. There we go. That one's pretty liquidy. So now, one of my favorite things with this, keep your eyes clean. See if I can make that work. Yeah, there we go. Very important. About 3 drops of that. This one's a little hard to get in there, but if you want shampoo to do its thing when you need to. And of course, if you need a beverage, I always like to get a little extra in there, just for later. Get some shaving cream, because you never know. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. You may think that this just will do only the things of what we put in it, but actually this is the ultimate all-in-one. Oh, I got cut. Honey, you got any of that ointment? Okay. You know, I got the all-in-one. I got the all-in-one. Oh, thank God. Something to drink. Something to drink. Oh, my favorite. Yes. Hey, did you get the dish detergent? Let me see. Oh, I got some of the all-in-one. I keep forgetting about this stuff. It smells. Oh. I forgot about my all-in-one. Oh, yeah. Oh, so much better. Oh, I need oil. Oh, I forgot. I got the all-in-one. God, I love this stuff. Oh, I need some washer fluid too. Perfect. Good. Yeah, no, my skin is burning. I feel awful. I know. I come to the doctor right now. My car won't start. I don't know what to do. Like, our toilet's leaking. My dishwasher doesn't work. We have to get it replaced. Okay, yeah, no, I'll call you. I gotta go to sleep. Like, I'm feeling really tired. Like, I need to go to sleep.
If you're, do you have a website for it? I want to buy something.
I actually had to add this stuff on the end because I was worried that like we were going to be too excited about it as a product. So I noticed I'm wearing the same shirt, so that was filmed this morning.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that you were going to use the all-in-one to cure your sickness that you had at the end.
Oh, that's.
If only you had more time.
For sure.
All right, DIY, last one. This is mine. If you're like me, you have a whole bunch of masks in your house, and when this is all over, you'll have no idea what to do with them. Well, have I got a solution for you? Well, I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching.
All right.
I can dig it. I like
God, holy volume.
Let me activate the poll.
I love the minor discrepancy in production value.
I am glad I'm not the judge on this one.
Everybody
Talked
did
about the,
pretty well.
Oh, never mind.
Well, John, you're the judge. What's your initial thoughts? The poll's up, by the way, everybody. So vote now, unless you're part of this duty, which I am. So I will not vote.
Well, each of you guys nailed in terms of my idea in terms of what the DIY would be. So well done, all parts in there. Josh, I really like the commitment of after you making it, actually using it for all that stuff. It's ridiculous. How did it taste?
I'd like to go back to the tape on whether he actually ingested it.
I'm glad that was hidden well enough. You know, it has a hint of Coca-Cola mixed with the 3D white. It's, you know, like mint cola. A little like burpy, soapy aftertaste, but you know.
Did it feel fizzy when you put it on your skin? Like, did you actually put it on your skin?
I did. To be perfectly honest, I did not ingest or put any of it on my skin.
Okay. All right.
That's good to know.
It's probably
That's
good
good to know.
knowledge as well for everybody out there who's going to make their own all-in-one.
Yeah, that's fair.
You put it on and you can't even tell.
I should have put a disclosure on the end of the video.
All right, we got 10 results in. John, what's your thoughts?
I like Nick's too. Like in terms of DIYs, that's how I imagine like a ridiculous problem to have and trying to make something to actually solve it. It was just like and using that dumb item that I said made you use too. So
Yeah,
so I think
that, John.
actually leading toward that, I think I'm gonna give it to Nick because there's no reason for me to give him that item, and he still achieved the DIY perspective in terms of what my thoughts are about it when people try to do stuff like that. So
does anybody else know who Nick is? I just know Flapjack.
Sorry, Flapjack.
I wasn't familiar with the Nick either.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, is he voting for me or? Yeah.
I'm sorry, Flapjack. And then next, I think second would be Josh, just because of the commitment of all the rest of filming up with the all-in-one, and then last would be Will.
All right. So you went with Flaps, basically the order that's on here. Flapjack, Josh, me. See what the audience thought? Audience thought me, Flapjack, Josh. Let's record it. Flapjack, Josh. And it was me, Flapjack, Josh. Whoops.
I really like the delivery of Will's punchline of what it's for, like, because we don't know what's going on. That was pretty good.
That's good. That's true.
Appreciate it. I don't know how to. Oh, there we go. I'm good. Cool. All right, 2 down. Let's go to the next one, which was originally mine, which became Chris's, which became Daniel's to judge. So quite the baton passing going on here. This one was to create a commercial for a new prescription drug. So Daniel, you're the one judging this, starting with me, going to John and Josh next. Let's get it.
I am who I am, and I always thought nothing could change that. But to everyone else, I always felt unwanted, out of place, or just plain annoying. That's when my doctor told me about Dorcacil. Dorcacil is a prescription medication that can turn my geekiest tendencies into something a little more socially acceptable. Dorcacil is clinically proven to reduce your urge to dress, speak, or act like a major dork. Do not take Dorcacil with alcohol or other prescription drugs. You shouldn't take Dorcacil if you aren't already a major dork. If you're pregnant or planning to be pregnant, ask your doctor if Dorcacil is right for you. Dorcacil may cause sudden interest in sports cars or four-wheeling. Other side effects are having the urge to collect vinyl records, watch ESPN2, or start a podcast. Stop taking Dorcacil immediately if you're shopping for an Oakley t-shirt or Nickelback concert tickets. If you're a moderate to severe dork, ask your doctor about Dorcacil, or visit our website at dutydoers.com/Dorcacil.
For sale or?
On my way, man. Like,
I think we can all agree every single one of us needs this.
I think there's like a lot of hidden content in there.
There's
I was reading all around.
All right, this next one is John's for a prescription drug commercial. Straight to the point. Was that the fact that you did little for it, or no, I'm just kidding. That was
Never coming back, by the way, ever.
All right. We'll go to Josh's last.
Have you ever been in a pinch to get your duties done? Well, now presenting Duty Done. Take one, and your duty's done.
Another one, straight to the point. Oops.
It's pretty meta.
Another one all of us could have used as well. All right, the poll is active. Feel free to vote now. And while you do that, let's chat through it. Daniel.
Yeah. So when I initially wrote this duty, what I had in mind, actually, what I'm excited about was this is the duty that I saw, and I had a very specific of how I would do it. And I was like, man, that's a good one. Which Will did exactly what I would have wanted to do. I think that we could pretty much all agree that, yeah, that Will's was definitely number one. So that's what I'm going to have to go with first is Will's. Then for second, I'm going to put John's in second. I just kind of liked how he had the more screens. He had the also the little disclaimer in the bottom, like the very small disclaimer in the bottom left. noticed that as well. So John's second, Josh is going to be third.
All right, locked on the poll.
Can't even debate it. All right.
Wow, you left no room for debate. Yeah, come on, Will.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it's because you already locked it in. That's why. I didn't know that was. I thought that's where you were going. But
no, it's fair.
All right. So Daniel said, Will, John, Josh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading your disclaimer on the bottom, John, because I didn't get it was there quick, and I'm looking forward to reading that again. And then we had Will, Josh, John.
It's not worth it. Don't read it.
All right, fair enough. Whoops, I'm done.
That's the whole point, is you don't have enough time to read it, because it basically says this probably will kill you.
All right. We're halfway there. So next one is to make a review video of your car. This was originally Chris's. Thomas swapped it over to me to judge, starting with Thomas's, going to Daniel, and then Flapjack next. Let's do it.
How magic is this? Car being quiet.
Right?
Do you want a 1993 VW Eurovan? Let's find out. That's right. All that power could be yours. When new, 0 to 60 in 14 seconds. Let's talk about some of the features, including central heating and cooling. Note, there is a front and rear heater, but only the heater in the back is operational, and only when you turn it to just the right settings. Now let's talk about the features in the back of the car. Kitchen at the ready. And headroom for days. You can do high kicks in here. Yeah! While the pop top is sweet, it is a little fragile. For example, we've got a window here that should have a zipper that's Velcro these days and speaks to the outside. While the pop top is nice, it is a little difficult to put away. You gotta put the weight on your head and then, pull the sides in, yep, just like that. Make sure it's all tucked.
Waren ihr mit? Wären gelten da?
For the times you don't feel like putting up the pop top or you want to sleep 4, you have another option. With just one person, you got a whole nother bed back here. Looking for some privacy? There's an option for you. The front's easy. The sides, well, you gotta put up these curtains, and it takes approximately 18 minutes to do so.
20 minutes later.
And just like that, You're private.
Most importantly, you can fit wheels inside your wheels.
So to answer the question, is this the van for you? It's really a question of whether you have the time and money to be this cheap.
I definitely played Pokemon cards with my friend Ethan on one of those little fold-out tables while we were growing up in his parents' vehicle.
Like, I want one for sure.
Was it that one? Because it could have been.
No, theirs was white. Theirs was white and blue, I think.
Fair enough.
That was the most Thomas vehicle I've seen ever. If I know anything about you, that's it. All right, this is Daniel's for the car review.
Hey guys, Daniel Colborn here. Before we get started, make sure that you hit the like button on this video. Leave a comment too if you'd like to. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. So the name of this video is Review the 2008 Saturn Outlook. That's right, this is the bad boy that I drive on a regular basis. First thing to talk about is this car recently had a battery issue. And so this is the bill for that. And basically what they're saying on this bill is they aren't sure what's drawing the battery, but it's something intermittent. And so I got to pay a nice 140 bucks for that. That was pretty sweet. As you all can see, I selected the model that came with complimentary things that you just need to haul off to the dump. It's pretty cool. This here is the reason why I bought the car. And that is, it's super comfortable. This is Saturn's version of the GMC Acadia XL, which is perfect because I am definitely an XL person. I also have 3 rows of seats, which that part's pretty cool. This vehicle worked out well for my brother's bachelor party because we were all able to fit in one car. And as you can see, you can also just put them in whatever shape you want to. That part's really fun. They can just be bent over or whatever the hell you want to do. This is the shifter for my manual transmission, which I still haven't quite figured out how to use because as you can see below, there's no clutch down here. So this car's been parked in my driveway for a very long time. Another option that I selected was the see-through windows. You can see through all these windows and it's really cool. So like, check this out. My hand's behind the window, but you can still see it. Neat, huh? It also has this really neat storage compartment. So you can see, I never lose my keys. So there's my review of this beautiful 2008 Saturn Outlook. Sorry I had to keep it short. I have a video that I have to make, a drunk history video, and then I got to edit all these things before 3 o'clock today.
That was good.
Love it.
I liked it too. All right.
You're getting that clutch situation looked into, or what's your plan?
Yeah, you should get that checked out. It's
Yeah,
weird
I should have had that looked at, not the battery.
All right, we got the last one. The car review. This is Flapjacks.
Hello, and welcome to Millennials with Muscle Cars, the show where I disappoint my dad and everybody his age by displaying how little I actually know about my 1967 Ford Mustang GT. Let me get the hood popped and get some lights on, and let's get started. All right, so we got the hood popped here, and I think what I'm going to do is, to kind of demonstrate this, I'm going to pick 3 things here in the engine compartment, and I'm going to guess what they do. You know, I'm not going to pick just easy stuff like the battery or, you know, like the engine here in the middle, which is obviously a V8 289 engine, which could mean any number of things. Horsepower, 289 horsepower. Actually, let me grab a shop towel or something. Here's one. I found something I can kind of use to, you know, wipe things off, so I can kind of get this cleaned up a little bit here. Oh, it's actually cubic inches, 289 cubic inches. Good to know. So yeah, let's get started with the first item. So the first thing I'm going to choose here is this kind of bag-looking thing here in the corner, and that actually I think there's something written on it, so I can probably tell what it was if I looked closely, but. I'm going to guess. And so just kind of, based on where it's at, kind of up here next to the front part, I'm going to guess that that's for coolant. Like if you're going to put antifreeze or, you know, something like that, I think that's probably where you would fill that.
Right, guys. So unfortunately we're 0 for 1. I looked a little bit closer at the bag there, and it turns out it's actually for windshield washer fluid. So hopefully I don't need to be washing the windshields anytime soon.
Unfortunately we're 0 for 1, but I'm going to go again here. And again, I'm going to be kind of sticking in this same region. There's a little tank here, it looks like, with a place to fill To me, it looks again like it's going to be something liquid goes in there. Honestly, hard for me to tell at this point. It's kind of just a guess. I'm going to guess that it is for the brake fluid. Yeah, let's go with that, brake fluid.
All right, guys. 0 for 2. I looked it up, and the canister there is actually for power steering fluid. Who'd have thought? Didn't know there was fluid for that, but yeah, we're gonna need that if it's gonna be a little bit easier to turn the wheel once this thing gets up and running.
Guys, last chance. So on this, we're gonna come to this side now, and I'm gonna guess kind of what this little silver thing is here, and it's hooked right up to the battery, which I think gives me some hints. Really no idea again here, unfortunately. But it's got to be the spark plugs. Like there's spark plugs in there, I think. I'm gonna go with that.
All right, back underneath the hood here. Unfortunately, went 0 for 3 there. So after some quick googling, it did have to do with electrical, which was good. So I was on the right track. But it's actually called a solenoid. So yeah, learned something new there. Learned 3 new things about my car. Again, sorry to all you boomers out there. I know this was a big disappointment, but I think I learned a lot and appreciate you guys coming along for the ride.
I really want to see Flapjack direct a sex ed video now after seeing that.
Do what? Direct what?
I've done it a few times.
I want him to direct a sex ed video, guessing what does what type thing.
So you want him to direct a second sex ed video? I'm confused.
I get it. Like he's done it.
The poll is open. Feel free to start voting. I forgot that I was the one that was supposed to judge this until about midway through Daniel. Luckily, I was paying attention. All right, so I'll give my initial thoughts. I think entertainment value, Nick's like kind of ran away with it in my opinion. I thought the concept was super funny and I could relate with most of that, and I think most of us probably could too. We should take Dorcasville. That would actually help, I realize. Daniel, I was just impressed that was done in as quickly as it was done, and so I feel like it's wrong to give points for like the short time frame you had, but like I kind of want to at the same time. And then Thomas, like I said, that's like the most Thomas vehicle I've ever seen. I feel like you were one with your car, and that's kind of always been the case. And so yeah, I think where my head's at, I'm going to give it to Daniel because I think his was the closest to a review. And then I'm going to give it to Nick next because while it's further away from a review than Thomas's, I thought the entertainment value out of Nick's had it.
Who's Nick?
What's that? Oh, sorry. Flapjack. Yeah,
Flapjack.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep forgetting that Nick's not in this one. He was in 2 weeks ago. He did the birthday song with the puppets.
Oh yeah, that guy's awesome.
Yeah,
we like him.
He was really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't need Dorcasville at all. So I'm gonna give it to Daniel first, Flapjack second, Thomas third.
You tell me people's cars that they can't do high kicks in, they're gonna take it away? What is this?
Personally, I want Thomas's the most, but
and that's what the audience thought. That's what the audience liked Thomas's. It was I don't know, it wasn't quite reversed. So Thomas, Daniel, Flaps. It's in
Flapjack. How long did it take you on Google to like backtrack from corner of the hood to solenoid?
Comment.
I just heard him say comment. Oh, no comment.
Yeah.
No, he's just saying comment. His comment is comment.
We're like, yeah, you can comment. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Oh, wait, sorry. Thomas, Daniel, Flapjack is audience. And I said, yeah, that's right then. Cool.
You have Daniel, Flapjack, Daniel.
Yep, I sure do. You passed the test. Good job, Josh.
Thanks.
All right. Next up is attempt to break a Guinness recognized world record. Flapjack is judging. John, myself, and Thomas are performing.
All right, so this is an attempt for the quickest time of eating a jelly-filled donut with no hands.
So some requirements for this record is the donut itself has to be a diameter of 6 centimeters minimum. So, I don't know if you'll be able to see too well, but I'm well over. It's closer to like 7 or 8 centimeters each direction. And then other rules is I can't lick my lips or anything like that. End of time is when I've cleared everything, I actually swallowed the whole donut. So, here we go. Ready, set, go. You got it, bro.
John, lucky for you, I actually know what 6 centimeters looks like without using a ruler. So
I just wanted to make sure. And also, I couldn't finish it because I was choking after the first bite.
I start to get like immediate chest pains when I eat fast. That's what I was like, God, that'd be killing me.
No, this is only like the first attempt and only attempt because I had one donut. So I just went for it.
What kind of donut was it? I may have missed it.
This is a jelly filled donut.
Oh, jelly filled. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good to know.
There was no jelly in that first bite, so it did not help.
All right, we'll go on to mine. This is a world record attempt, part 2. Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to be attempting to break a Guinness World Record. So we need to figure out how tall I actually am and mark that on the wall here. Then let's just go ahead and tape it so we have a pretty good idea where I'm at now versus where I need to be. It's 5'11", that's about what I expected. And now we need to figure out where the tallest man in the world was. And it was a man that was 8 foot 11.1 inches. So, this is where I'm at right now. That's where I need to be. Let's see if we can't break this record. Am I close?
No.
Well, that was my attempt to break the world record for the world's tallest person. Thank you for watching, everybody. I tried.
Whatever you ate there at the end, you ate just about as much as John did in his video.
Boom. Roasted, John. How does that feel?
That's right. That means you're fat.
Fair enough. All right, the third one, which is Thomas, in a world record attempt.
Guinness Book of World Records attempt for most quick change in 60 seconds. Ready, begin. What's wrong with you? Terrible tragedies happened with my assistant. What's on? Okay. Okay. That was it.
It didn't make it. World record's 18.
It's
Good to know.
So none of us got the world record.
We got close.
But that wasn't the duty. The duty was to attempt a world record. So
good point.
I was partially hoping somebody would make it happen.
All right, the poll is activated. Nick or Flaps, this is yours.
Well, I will say a couple of things. I came into this having no idea what the criteria was in my head. So I don't know what that says or who that helps necessarily. In terms of the results, I would say all pretty equally underwhelming. Those are my two thoughts. From there, I'm kind of that's what I'm working with. So I'm taking a look at the list here.
If John would have died, would you have given him first place? Because I think that would have been fair.
Yeah, I guess I'd never seen somebody try to eat a donut quickly. I figured it would be easier than that. I don't know.
I probably would have if they weren't choking on the first bite.
There's a couple of other ones.
Just like how slowly you were eating.
I'm telling you, man, that first bite literally lodged in my throat, and I couldn't breathe for those 30 seconds. Like, there's literally no jelly to help bring anything down. That's why I was keeled over.
Oh man, I don't know what got me. I was dying.
By the way, I think the fastest I saw someone do that is 9 seconds.
I'm gonna tell you what I expected to happen. Like when you put the donut sort of on its end, I thought you were just gonna go down over the entire thing and just envelop it in one bite. And then it didn't happen. So
the thought crossed my mind, but I thought I'd actually try it and then not try to kill myself, but it still happened. So
yeah. All right.
Thomas,
I
think you had some thoughts though, Thomas.
Oh yeah.
I tried another world record. I was trying to figure out how long it would take me to hop one-legged. The record's 12 or 15 minutes or something like that. I was like, oh, that seems in the vague realm of possibilities. I hopped down my driveway back. I was like, nope, definitely can't do a mile. Would break a leg off. There's no way.
Oh, it was a mile?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just hopping on one leg for 12 to 15 minutes.
No. You run a mile on one leg.
Oof.
Yeah. No thanks. Come to find out. Was there any that y'all were thinking about or tried and declined on?
I'm trying to remember. I know. So we had discussed, John, Thomas, and I had discussed attempting the same one, and I don't know if that would have made your job easier, Nick, because we kind of figured that it would have made it where you would have just had to pick whoever did the fastest, basically, and I think it would have made it almost too easy for you. But we originally talked about that.
Was it stacking cups? Was that why there was cups at John's house?
I did think about that one, but I knew I would never have the patience to learn cup stacking, so I was just gonna completely do a terrible job at it. Which, to be fair, trying to be the world's tallest man, I didn't do any better at that. But
yeah, I was gonna say, was that a better attempt?
You got to get a bigger house, by the way. That's a small house for a tall man.
I know. I agree. All right, Nick. Well, the choice is yours. What do you got? I'm gonna lock the poll.
Okay. Let's see here. I think I don't know. I'm honestly torn. I think they're all fairly equal in my mind. So just take that with my vote. I think I got to give number 1 to John, and it might not even be the actual video. I just enjoyed the time so much more after the videos were over thinking about it. So I'll actually go John 1. And then I think Will and then Thomas in that order. But again, all very close.
I'm happy that my pain was there for your amusement, so thank you.
All right, so Nick went with the order on the screen. Let's see what the audience thought. Thomas, John, Will reversed. Oh wait, no. I guess reversed from your first place. So Thomas, John, Will. Let's see if I can do this right on the first time. And then John, Will, Thomas is what you said. Okay, that is 5 out of 6. We are on the final duty of the night. So this was Thomas's duty. This was the most popular duty, so that's why it's last. It is to do a drunk history video. We're going to start with Josh's. We'll go to Flapjack and then Daniel after that. Let's get it.
Okay, so here's the thing. NASA. Years like 1950, whatever. NASA's like, I don't know, like 20 people, 10 people. Maybe it's just a single guy. I don't know. I guess what is their insignia? And actually, this insignia stands today. On all official NASA documents, they stamp this bad boy there. So, we plug on there, planet, orbit, like a satellite going around it. We have that original insignia, but here's the thing. It's like 60s. We're getting hyped up about the moon. Kennedy just gave a speech. We're stoked to make that happen. So we need to really revolutionize this thing. They're sitting there. They're eating dinner. Probably like meatballs. And they decide, you know what? That looks like a good logo. We merge the meatball and the original insignia, and bam! What do we get? The NASA logo. There are a few problems with this. That bad boy doesn't print on stuff. You can't print stupid, ugly meatball through your printer. It just doesn't work. They tried and it looks ugly. You know, it's the 70s. In 1974, NASA's got the budget. They're doing their thing. We need a new logo. So what do? Well, they get inspired by worms. Pretty easy, you know. And so yeah, we have the worm logo. Here's the thing though. Everybody who saw the moon landing, they hate this new logo. This thing's ugly. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants a worm as their logo. I like meatballs. I don't like worms. So NASA goes through its woes. Just a series of budget cuts because here's the thing. We went to the moon. We checked that box. Who cares? We're done. We're done. We did the thing. We beat Russia. Woo! We end up with a redesign. You know, the year's 1992. So we go back to the drawing board. And we end up with the meatball again. Because you know what? You can't beat meatballs. So since 1992, we stuck that bad boy. Guess what? Printer technology back to where we need it to be. We can print those bad boys. Print meatballs like crazy. Just boom, boom, boom. Meatball, meatball, meatball. The meatball, the worm. That's 60 years of history? 2 logos? It's impressive. Leave it to the U.S. government. Damn it, Ollie. All right, that's my spiel. I hope you enjoyed the history of NASA logos. And you can share this story with your friends. Thanks.
That was fantastic.
It's pretty true.
Very well done.
Appreciate it.
Agreed. How many meatballs were eaten in making this video?
8. That's all we had left.
Were they Swedish meatballs?
No, it's like a chicken Italian sausage, like low cholesterol. I know. It's the whole thing.
Oh, that's cute. Low cholesterol. That's cute.
Well, the question now becomes if you got the link that I sent you.
It's up there. It's right
I've never seen this version of the video. I have no idea if it worked. Like this will be the first time that it's running. So this is the worst version. So I apologize, but
we're gonna get through it together. All right, drunk history. Nix or Flapjack. Dang it! You put the wrong title, the wrong name on your videos. All right, here we go. Let's hit it.
Hello, I'm Nick.
And tonight we're going to talk about the tragic origins of the nude. More specifically, nude photographs that someone takes meant to be shared graciously with another, hopefully consenting person. You'd think it would be a happy part of our history as humans, right? But unfortunately, no. This is a much darker tale. Now, a nude human figure has been a common subject in art for as long as humans have been alive, probably. You can probably go back and find the earliest recorded cave paintings done by the cavemen, and if they painted people, odds are they're going to be naked. Humans have been fascinated with nudity since we started walking erect. Heyo. You know, damn near every sculpture back in Roman times, naked. Obviously, since then, the invention of what we would consider modern photography brought along with it a huge leap forward towards the nude. So the earliest surviving photographs, they started to pop up around 1826, 1827, something like that, by a French guy named Nicephore Niepce? Niepce? Something like that. He was French. But these first photographs, they required like crazy long exposure times, like at least 8 hours, but probably like several days. So obviously we humans still had quite a while to wait before we could start seeing nudes. We still had like a century to wait, unfortunately. So the first color photographs, those were taken about 1861 by a guy named Thomas Sutton. So what was the subject of these colored photos? A colored tartan pattern ribbon. Yep, you heard me right, a ribbon. Super boring, right? So, like, we started seeing color photos of human subjects right around the start of the 20th century. A 1903 portrait by Sarah Angelia Ackland. I mean, she sounds hot, first of all. She demonstrated that this was possible, right? But again, get out of here. Long exposure times and complicated printing processes made photos like these extremely rare. So by the time in our history we were itching for the nude, like we needed nudes. We needed other people to reach out and say, hey, I'm interested in you, right? Like, here's me naked. But long before modern marvels like Snapchat and floor-to-ceiling shower mirrors, we had to take one final step backwards, actually. Which brings us to April 10th, 1912, where our tragedy begins, unfortunately. And it started with a young American traveler named Jack. So our hero is playing this crazy high-stakes game of poker near the docks with his boy Fabrizio, and he pulls his crazy full house on a big pot and lands 2 tickets on a cruise ship back home to America. They gotta rush to make it on time, but thankfully they get on board and the ship takes off. That first night on the ship, Jack is just minding his own business, taking a walk on the deck when he comes across this absolute smoke show, and she's about to throw herself off the back of the boat into the icy water. You know he's got moves though, and he eventually talks her out of it and pulls her back over the railing. Her fiance rolls up though, out of nowhere, and thinks he's trying to pull some funny business because he's all on top of her. And but this chick explains the situation. It's all good, and actually he gets an invite to join all the rich folks for dinner. Rich folks for dinner the next night. So Jack suits up. He looks amazing. And after dinner, he and Rose sneak down below deck, and Jack shows this fancy lady how to have a good time with the rest of the steerage. So it's at this point where Rose makes a monumental choice in human history. We're at a crossroads. She wants him bad. So she tells our boy Jack that she would like to send him a nude. The first one, in fact. But there's a kicker. She makes him draw it. Like, we've talked about the history of photography, and she's like, no, you need to get a pencil and paper and draw it. So they go back to the room, pull up a couch, and she drops her robe so Jack can get to work, and he turns in a masterpiece. Like, he knows he's making history, and so he pulls out all the stops. It's a nude that will go down in history, and wouldn't you know it, he finishes drawing and she takes it from him and locks it up in a safe in her fiance's room. Like, I don't know. Jack goes through all this trouble and he doesn't even get to take it back to his room for later on. Like, I don't even know. And so, I don't know. It doesn't matter though. Like, she's so into him by now that they go back down below deck where they were dancing before. They find an old car and they get freaky. Once they're done with their business in the back seat, you probably know how the rest of the story goes. The cruise ship hits an iceberg, panic ensues. Jack and Rose don't make it onto the lifeboats and end up, they end up going down with the ship, unfortunately. At this point, our hero Jack does everything he can to keep Rose alive in the freezing Atlantic. She's got a life jacket and this giant piece of wood to chill on while everybody else freezes to death. Jack tries to go on the wood with her, but it ends up it tips just a little bit, and she freaks out and she's like, "No, you stay in the water." So he does. He stays in the water, and as he and Rose are waiting there in the freezing water for the boats to come back, Jack basically, he turns into a sexy popsicle and she just lets him sink to the bottom of the ocean, having never gotten to appreciate the work of art that he created, that he died for. And that's where our story ends, actually. So there's nothing left for us to do but raise a glass to a true American hero, a revolutionary, a man who changed the course of history forever. So remember him every time your phone vibrates in your pocket and you open up a text and there's just a perfect pair of I can't. Just remember him. Cheers.
I had no idea.
Now you know.
Standout phrase, sexy popsicle.
For sure. It's very heartfelt beyond the sexy popsicle.
There was way more to Titanic than I thought. I did not know that's where the nude was in it. All right, last video of the night. This is Daniel's drunk history video. Let's do it.
Hey guys, Daniel Colborn here. My duty on this video is to make a drunk history video. Some of you may already know I'm a little bit over a year sober, but luckily while I was drinking pretty heavily, my friends and I got together and we decided to make one of these videos. Unfortunately, Jack Black and Seth Rogen, they both canceled for the part where they act out, like what I'm saying about the history moments, but we did capture the entire interview with me, so here it goes. Guys, I feel totally fine. I've only had 6 shots of whiskey. I do that every single day. Still feeling pretty decent, guys. I think the whiskey's starting to wear off. Ugh. That was disgusting. I was just absolutely disgusting. Oh, inebriation? No, I'm good. I think I'm gonna puke just because I feel super bloated. Oh. Still good though. His name was Al W. Gore. And I think he invented the internet or something. Then just talked about global warming. Catastrophe! Hey guys, Daniel Colborn here.
And there we have it. Final one of the night. Whoops. Polls activated. Thomas, initial thoughts.
Daniel, I'm impressed with the quick turnaround time.
Are we still giving him points for that?
Thank God for historical archival footage. Goodness.
Hell yeah. There would have been no way for me to like do the where they act out stuff. So I was like, all right, this is going to be the main story. So, you know, the black screens that they always say how much they drink, like, I always have, like, this has to be my main story.
Flapjack, what was dropped from the copyright strike?
Initially, when I had all just the images from the movie, I had put in like clips from the movie and stuff that had to do with what I was talking about, but it didn't like that I had like 10 to 15-second clips that lined up with what I was talking about. So
his original version was 3.5 hours long, just like the movie.
For some reason, for some reason, I got hit with a copyright claim. I don't know why.
This is a tough one for me, even. I don't know how you're going to vote this one, Thomas.
Well, as far as following form goes, I think Josh nailed what I had in mind of sort of a reenactment from snippets said during the sort of oral narrative matched to somebody else, in this case, the same person, acting out the scene. As far as subject matter goes, I mean, Daniel, you picked a winner. Hilarious subject matter.
I thoroughly enjoyed linking the invention of the nudes to the Titanic, and then also on top of that, treating the Titanic movie as historical Titanic. there was layers to Nick's or to Flaps. Dang it,
it's true.
There were so many layers. He may even remove his nickname of Flapjack.
No. I'm worried that some of it was lost in translation due to not having like the video in there anymore. It was kind of, I didn't like it, but
I thought it was good. All right, Thomas, what's it gonna be?
I'm gonna go Josh and then Flapjack Daniel.
See what the audience thought. Josh and Flapjack tied.
Oh.
So, as we know, ties are broken by judges. So it is exactly as stated on there. Josh, Flapjack, Daniel.
Right.
All right. So that is the full duties. Let's see how the scores were laid out here. We have Thomas winning again. This is twice now. Well, both ones you were in, you got first place. So congrats, you have won yourselves an Arby's gift card, which that's $10 to Arby's. That's like a beef and cheddar and a half.
I'm so excited now.
I get screwed for chiming in the morning.
No. We're don't worry about that. That's not going to you. We already figured that one out. Judge favorite. That was Flapjack. Flaps, is that your first top three?
I don't know, but I'm sure it is. I had like the punishment last time, so
yeah, that's right. And then for the audience favorite, that was Thomas. But you won the full thing, so because of that, I'll end up winning the audience favorite. But before that happens, you get to choose. Do you want the Arby's gift card or do you want the Duty Invasion?
Oof, that's a tough selection. I'm gonna stay with the cheddar and cheese, please.
Yeah, that's smart. All right, and then for the duties, so while Daniel was the duties, I don't think it's fair for him to actually win the duties. This is going to be awarded to Chris, who was unable to join us here today. I think it's only right. If anybody disagrees, chime in now. But
you said he died?
He's dead though. So what you gonna
Right.
do?
All right.
Yeah, we'll pass it off to his son.
Yeah, we will. All right. So there's one final order of business before we close out here. This is the duty banishment. So 4 weeks back here, let me go to the actual thing. We'll activate the poll before I tell the tale.
Hey, I have a quick proposal on the duty as duties. I do have to take it, but I get to pick which Robert.
I mean, that's oh, you would have got to pick anyway. So
What? No, it said one of you guys got to pick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Rob Schneider.
All right, we'll figure that all out later. Either way, the polls are active right now. But either way, 4 weeks back, most everybody here had 1 to 2 duties that we did not do. So while some of those might come back in a future installment, the ones with the least amount of votes are on the chopping block. So whoever ends up getting banished here today, they have to live with that shame forever. Nobody will ever be able to suggest that duty ever again. So today there's only 5 on here, even though there's 6 of us, because Josh had a 3-way tie for his duties when we voted, which was unheard of. But either way, it works it works the same as before. You're going to rank the one that you want to see banished at the very, very top, and the one that you do not want to see banished at the very bottom. The order here does matter once we start aggregating all the actual votes themselves. So again, the one you want to see banished at the top, the one you least want to see banished at the bottom.
I'll just kind of throw it out there, like it's March, and I think it may be time to move past the jokes about 2020. I'm just throwing it out there.
And he's commenting on this. His is the 2021 that's on here.
And it's my first choice. I'm fine banishing it.
Shame? You're willing to commit to that, huh?
Is there shame associated with that?
Oh, there's shame, all right. And I voted too, so you're going down, man.
John's been banished twice. I mean, John, have you been the same person since?
No.
No.
I've not.
You do.
It lives you forever.
All right, is everybody in here?
Personal life, everything.
I'm in. Everybody good? I'm going to show responses.
Yeah.
Haiku to summarize 2020.
Oh.
Flapjack.
What was that?
How did it just change?
It changed.
Switched.
Oh, wait a second.
Late breaking votes.
Oh, yeah, it's because I didn't lock it. It's locked.
Oh.
Well, hold on now. This is unprecedented too. I think it's an extra vote. It flipped it. It flipped the script for us. I mean, like it's gotta happen. And on top of that, it was Chris's too. So like I think we can all agree that it makes sense for Chris to get banished anyway. So I mean, there you have it.
2020 lives on.
Haiku to summarize 2020. It's still up to you, Nick or Flaps, if you ever want to bring that one back anyway. So maybe we just won't see it anymore. But
I mean, technically anybody can bring it back, can't they?
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, you guys are all welcome to it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, that means that Chris is on here twice as well. So John, you are now tied for the amounts of duties banished. Congrats. That's a small win for you.
Thank you.
I think that's all we got. Thank you everybody for joining. Any last comments before we drop off?
So do you get like a free trial for the Dorcasil? Like how do I?
Yeah, if you just go to the website, it'll walk you through all the steps that are on there.
Thank you.
You don't have to like get a prescription or anything.
Oh no, you do. It was a prescription drug commercial.
I'm just sure it's expensive, Sure, a lot of.
Can you take it if you're on Valtrex?
It's not. Don't take it with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, I'll make all the videos public here within the next hour or so. Other than that, thanks everybody for joining today. Appreciate it. It's good times.
It was good.
Peace, y'all.
All right,
Okay, bye.